Parcel came in today for a special game, and we're going to unbox that just now, so we'll get it opened up. It was a nice quick unboxing, so let's get on to it. Ooh, what's inside the box? You probably all have an idea what this is. So, take out all the packaging, get rid of that stuff. Crumple, crumple. So, ta-da! The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U. This comes out on the 4th of March. So when you see this video, it will have come out the day before. So yeah, we just got that in a couple of days early. What else is inside the box? Standard manual that comes, or leaflet for customer support. Don't need that. And a t-shirt, a Link t-shirt, so Zelda themed t-shirt. Probably wear that at some point during one of the streams. That box over there. So let's get this opened up. Hopefully it's not sellotaped. So yeah, it's a nice case. This comes with the Amiibo, that's the Wolf Link Amiibo, Wolf Amiibo, and it's got Midna on it, and inside there should be a music CD as well, so we'll get that out. First up is the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD 7 Selection music CD, and it's got 20 tracks in it. It's quite nice. We've actually got a CD up here already for the Legend of Zelda original soundtrack, so don't know if it's any different. We'll check that out, but looks pretty cool. Put the t-shirt there in fact, so we've got a t-shirt, a CD. We've obviously got the game, which we'll be playing this next Friday. So me and Connor will start a Let's Play of this, and we'll switch between this and Xenoblade Chronicles, so look for that, so it should be quite cool. And one of the main things, which we wanted to see anyway, one of the main things I wanted to have, this one's going to get opened up. We might get a duplicate one for the wall at some point for our wall of Amiibo. But is the Wolf Link Amiibo. This is actually really cool. And like I said, we'll get a close-up of this one as well at the end. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so limited edition Zelda Twilight Princess HD, Wolf Link Amiibo, the game itself, music CD, and a t-shirt. And stay tuned next week for a Let's Play. Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of Games Lounge with myself, Sean Johnston. And the invisible person sitting there.
You never said you were doing an introduction. Games Lounge.
Hi, so welcome back. This is it, episode 2 with me, Sean Johnston.
And me, Lindsay Marie Silver.
So, like we said at the start in the introduction, we're going to go over some of the stories that caught our eye over the last week or so. So, let's get to it. So, number 5. What is it? Well, this last week there's been a couple of websites been reporting on a rumour that's been circulating regarding Nintendo's next machine, the Nintendo NX. It's a code name right now, but that's hopefully what it's going to be called, something like that. Now, the name NX, people are thinking it's going to be a hybrid platform. So I've discussed this with you a couple of times, Lindsay, and I've said what I think it's going to be is like a Nintendo WiiU gamepad that will be a full-on console that you can then hook up with your TV. And imagine something like the Xbox kind of graphics, the Xbox One graphics, sorry, playing through your TV and having all access to all the games from the previous consoles on that little handheld. So you can take it away like a 3DS, but you can also play it on your TV in high definition. So it'd be pretty awesome. So some of the rumours that people were mentioning was, they were saying with the handheld device that it's going to have a dongle that goes into the back of it. Yeah, a dongle, a dingle dongle.
I love that one.
and the dongle will be able to come out and you'll be able to plug it into the back of your TV through a HDMI port, and then you'll be able to stream, which is an advanced modified version of the Wii U streaming technology. So you know when you play the Wii U, you can stream on the game, you can see the gamepad stuff. Well, imagine that, a more advanced, tweaked version of that, but you can stream a full game to the screen. I think Nintendo's going to go down something like this route. I think the fact that the Wii's only going to be 4 years old at the end of this year, and I'm pretty convinced that the NX is coming at the end of this year, this would be the perfect way to do it. Bring out a new device that's replacing the 3DS, because that's now 5 years old. It's replacing the 3DS that can play all your 3DS games, all your previous handheld games, and it can play the Wii U back catalogue of games. So people who have got a Wii U, it's just an extra controller for them, potentially. That's something you'd play. Imagine your 3DS. Would you be willing to take that, play it away, and you could play your Animal Crossing?
Would you be willing to trade that? Well,
for just one day, would you be willing to get a 3DS and trade it in, your Animal Crossing one, for a new handheld machine that was by Nintendo that could play Animal Crossing on the screen, and you got to use a dongle?
but does it have the Animal Crossing print on it?
You can do whatever you want. Now, the rumours also touched upon the resolution of it, saying that it will be something like a 900p. People were thinking that was maybe going to be the handheld part of the console. So the Wii U can do 1080p, but there's very few games actually use that because of the processing power it takes. If Nintendo can make a handheld that was 900p, like the gamepad, Wii U gamepad, make it 900p, even sharper than that gamepad resolution is right now, but then you can stream it to your TV. I think that'd be a good balance, and it would keep the price down. Pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
Sold. So that's my first story. Yeah, that was the Nintendo NX. Yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll probably have more information as the weeks get closer to E3 and the reveal of it by Nintendo. We'll have more and more information of that, so we can discuss it more.
So I found myself online during the week having a little browse around, and found myself, as I quite often do, on Etsy, which is a website which is full of handmade things, people who are
some cool
creative.
stuff in there.
Yes, very, very creative. There's amazing things on there. And I found myself in the games related section.
As you do.
And stumbled across some cushions. Now, you might be aware that I thoroughly enjoy Animal Crossing. I really like New Leaf. I like the Let's Go to the City one.
Hated that game. There was no city.
Well, they could have done more with that bit, but the actual...
like build a city?
Everything else was cool. The idea, well, Gracie Grace was good.
Yeah, what?
That's all the designer furniture.
Okay. No, yeah, but it was always too expensive. You just looked at it. You like that though, that's window shopping.
I like browsing, yeah. So anyway, so what I found was some Animal Crossing and a whole load of other games as well. Cushions, all handmade, and they are roughly about £20. And these ones, there's lots of different makers, but these ones, they look really colourful, really like the designs, and they look like they're really good quality as well. And they're by Pixelated Pillows, who are based in England.
Was there any ones that you thought were your favourite ones? Was the Animal Crossing?
The Animal Crossing ones, but they also had this dude from
Skull Kid.
Yes.
Cool. What, as a picture of his face, or?
Yeah. Well, actually, the entire head is the shape of the pillow.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that'd be quite cool. Get a Skull Kid pillow shape.
And it's really colourful as well. So.
We've got these ones, the plushies for Super Mario. Well, Mario. But yeah, it'd be good if you could get a plush like that in the shape of Skull Kid as well. Be quite cool. Skull Kid obviously from Majora's Mask, Zelda game. Yeah, excellent, good stuff. So check out their site on it, or check out Etsy, check out their page, Pixelated Pillows. How much for the pillows again?
£20.
All of them?
Well, just under £20, but I guess by the time you add shipping, then it'll be just over £20.
Did it say where they're based?
England.
England. So they're in the UK, so should be fairly cheap to get them shipped, they're not free. But if you're abroad somewhere in America, it may cost you a fortune. So yeah, it looks like Microsoft is going to get in the game of their online digital store. Everyone who watches or plays games will know about Steam, made by Valve, and you can basically download thousands of games and they have their Steam sales each year. I can't remember what it's called though, their Steam sale, but anyway, they have that each year and it's massively popular. It's made Valve billions of pounds and basically the major player in that field. Well, it looks like Microsoft's getting their finger in there in that pie. Microsoft, as everyone's probably aware right now, with the Xbox One, they've been taking a lot of exclusives that were exclusive to the Xbox One and they've now started porting them to the PC. So there's been a bit of a kind of debate here going on. I'm not keen on it myself, where if you've bought an Xbox One for exclusives for a console, it should be completely separate to the PC. And they've started to make the games now where they once were exclusive to the Xbox One, they're now also on the PC. Which is good if you're a PC gamer and you get the dual buy thing, but I just think it's a bit of a kind of, it defeats the point of the console, the Xbox One, you know. The fact that Windows has been doing amazingly well, they did just bring out a story just recently where, I think it was Square Enix, that basically mentioned that Tomb Raider had sold triple on the PC than what it did on the Xbox One. So obviously PC gaming is where it's at.
Wow.
Obviously with PC gaming you can customise your console, your PC itself, your hardware, to play the best games. However, it's all based on how much money you're willing to spend. But even right now, a standard average PC will probably already beat out an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4. So it's not hard to surpass that kind of quality. I suppose now with the fact that the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 are coming down in price, you can now get them for about £250, £300 with a game maybe, then it makes it a little bit more of a gap between a PC price and a console price. So it's maybe a little bit less infuriating, but if you were an initial early purchaser of one of these consoles, I'd be raging right now.
Okay, this one may or may not be a little bit controversial for you. You might have realised that there's, for ladies, a bit of a taboo around a certain time of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And if you live in the UK, or even if you don't, you might have heard that recently there's been a bit of an uproar about something known, or being affectionately referred to as the tampon tax. This is games related. So, and actually amazingly so, big uproar about the tampon tax, as it's been dubbed, where basically in the UK, all feminine hygiene products, they have a tax applied to them, so it costs more. So this has been debated, I believe it's been debated in Westminster in Parliament as well. I found myself then randomly, and this seems like a weird thing to do, but I found myself going into the App Store on my phone and seeing, like, has anybody made any games based on this? Well, I don't know that it's specifically about the tax applied to that, but about the taboo of the subject. There has been a game made specifically to break the taboo of periods. It's called Tampon Run. Basically what you do is you run along and you fire tampons at the baddies who want to make fun out of you for having your period.
I was teached then. There's no laughing matter.
And then every now and then, like, a little thing will appear and it's a box of tampons, so you can then
So let's clarify this. Your weapon is a tampon, and it's like a little mini projector. I played this, Lindsay showed me this game, and we played it on the iPhone. It's actually really cool. We'll try and get some screens up for here, so you can see what it's like, and we'll send the details on where you can find the game as well, what it's called and who makes it and stuff. But basically, yeah, the little tampons were like little missiles that you shoot, like a gun sort of kind of thing, and you got boxes of tampon that were your ammo, essentially. So you restocked your tampons.
The game was created by Andrea Gonzalez and Sophie Hauser.
Where can you find this on the iTunes
It's
store?
available in the App Store that
the App Store, yeah.
Apple App Store.
And is it on Google Play as well? Probably.
I don't know.
We'll check that and we'll put the details up. But we'll have details for that game as well. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it, Lindsay?
I would say, just for the sheer fun factor of the subject, and the fact that they're like, yeah, let's break taboos with good fun.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it, Lindsay?
8.
Well, I'd say I had a good shot of it, and I'd say it's bloody brilliant. So my final story is just a little story that came out a couple of times this week. Different sites were reporting on it.
A couple of times.
And it was quite interesting because back in the day, Lindsay, with the Nintendo NES, there was a thing called the PowerGlove. I wish I had one in here, unfortunately I don't. Yeah, it was awesome. It was like a glove that you put over and had a little control panel there. You could like use the control D-pad and buttons and stuff.
Right.
And it linked up with certain games. And I never got a shot at one of them, and it's super rare to find out. You pay like a good bit of money for one of them now because they're like Nintendo history. But just recently, Sony has filed a patent for a VR glove. It looks more like it's going to be something out of what you call it, the film with Tom Cruise, where he's doing the stuff with the gloves and you manipulate things based on how you move your fingers. So imagine an evolved version of the little jump thing you get for the PCs and you put your fingers over it and stuff like that. Imagine that, but in a glove version. So if you bend your fingers or you touch fingers together and do certain things. It looked like from it looked like from the patent as well. There was a bit around the wrist that had sensors on it as well, so it could probably sense how your wrist was moving. So essentially, they're creating a Sony PowerGlove, but it's going to be a VR glove. Yeah, and it's going to be used. And they're also kind of talking about it being used as maybe the first part of the PlayStation 5. Now I don't think that's actually what's going to happen. I think it's more just that it's kind of going to lead into the future console, because I think going forward consoles will be VR related. So yeah, nice. So this week was so this week we also got news. Vive, or HTC Vive, which is by Valve, it's a joint collaboration. They have finally announced the price and release date for the HTC Vive VR headset. Now, it is going to be $200, probably about £150 more than the Oculus Rift. Oh my god, so expensive. However, is it a better deal? I think it is, because with the Oculus Rift was coming with the headset, Lindsay, but it never came with any controllers. It comes with an Xbox One controller, but not any actual VR controllers. When you think of that, you're getting a HTC Vive. I think it's February 28th when it releases, but you'll be able to get a HTC Vive. March 28th, not February. They're going to be releasing that with the controllers, so you're ready to go straight away. It's got the sensors where you can pick up, because with the HTC Vive, they added a forward-facing camera. So unlike the Oculus Rift and the other ones, when you wear the headset, you can't see anything in front of you. So if you walk into a wall, you'll hit a wall because you won't know where it is. So obviously you've got to program things and be clever with what you're doing with the games. But with the HTC Vive one, they've got a forward-facing camera. So it's like augmented reality. You can actually see outlines of walls. So when you're in the game, even though you're playing a game or you're using one of the programs within the HTC Vive headset, you can actually see your surroundings and you can plan around that, so you can actually then avoid obstacles and prevent yourself walking into walls and damaging yourself or the game itself.
That's quite a safety.
Yeah, so they've got a bit more tech in there in the actual headset itself. They've got the hand controllers, which are looking pretty cool, and everyone seems to be using them. I've seen a couple of videos where it looks kind of second nature. People are just grabbing things and touching and moving them around, and it looks kind of really intuitive to use. I was off to see what it's like when I get a chance to check one out. But yeah, so you're getting more tech, a little bit more money, but you're getting it now. You're not waiting for another 6 months or a year before the other ones come out. Guess what time it is, people?
It's competition time!
So tell us about the competition, Lindsay. What's the competition? It's the same as last week, but let's just go through it again for those joining us for the first time.
We are running a competition, and you can win this here fabulous amiibo.
This here is the Classic Colors Super Mario from the 30th anniversary edition of Super Mario Bros. And we got this with a limited edition bundle that came in the UK, sold in the Nintendo UK store. We've got a couple of them, so we've got one spare to give away in the competition. And how can you win this, Lindsay?
You can win this here fine amiibo by simply sending £2 via PayPal to info@smallfryunify.com, or alternatively, if you support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SmallFryUnify, you will automatically be entered into every single competition that we do for the duration of the time that you're supporting us.
And we've got a couple of entries so far, but we're waiting until we get 15 entries. Once we get 15 entries, we'll then draw the prize on one of the episodes of Games Lounge or one of the streams live, so stay tuned for all of those. And if you're not subscribing, then go ahead and subscribe to us on Twitch and YouTube and any of our social networks. If you do follow us on those, then you will get updates when we go live with the channels, so definitely check it out. That's it for this episode. I've been Sean Paul Johnston.
I've been Lindsay Marie Silver.
Stay tuned for the next episode and the upcoming streams. Stay groovy, people.